Yo, what's poppin', guys? You got your boy Andre here. Welcome to another video. So for this video, this will be the concept units for my mid-range tempo forest. Now, I did see some pretty cool feedback, mainly in like Discord and whatnot, for the first video. Which, if you didn't check that out, I definitely recommend checking that out. I'll go ahead and try to leave a link to that in the description. So this will be like I said, the concept games. If you haven't already seen the deck, this is the deck. Again, I covered it in the first video, so. So not too shabby. Alright. So I played versus a lot of different things, and yeah, I just played versus a lot of different things while trying to play this deck. So I think I'll just like go ahead and cover like one game from like each class, and we'll just go ahead and do it that way maybe. So I'll do like I'll try to get in 3 games. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so let's start with Dragoncraft. Alright, so versus Dragoncraft, typically speaking, you're pretty favored, especially if you go first and you get like the elf song thing before they can force to knit you. However, if you get forced to knit, you fall very, very far behind. It's crazy. Like it's actually just crazy. Sorry about that. I had to drink water. Anyway, but yeah, but that being said, even if you fall behind, you can still catch up just because axe damage is like crazy. And now because you're using effect damage for Poseidon, you're not affected as much by Poseidon, so that's cool. So in this video, so in this game, you see though, like I'm still using the Grasshopper Conductor because like for whatever reason I hadn't swapped it up. But basically every single time you see Grasshopper Conductor, basically just like think of it as like, oh, well there should be a singer here or whatever. So. Yeah, so I'm using Cassia Leader. I'm only just using because you know I gotta go ahead and show off my gay then. Anyway, so I felt like keeping this because I felt like because I was versus Dragon, I was going first. I'd be able to maintain the board and be able to trigger it on 4. Yep, I top deck the Fairy Whisperer like a god, and I just go ahead and drop out the young plays. Now, of course, because we're versus Dragon, we have to go ahead and track the mulligans. We see that he tossed like every single card in his hand, so we know that his hand, you know, can't be that good, right? Like we know it's probably alright, but it's not like that good. So here, I believe I actually go ahead and yeah, I just played the Grasshopper Conductor. Now, honestly speaking, you can actually hold the Grasshopper Conductor if you like, but I decided to play that Grasshopper Conductor specifically because I didn't think because I wanted to play on Force Unity if I did get Force Unity because I didn't want to like lose everything already. And because I had like a Tia in my hand that could like try to like trigger. Not next turn, but like on turn 5 maybe if I got forced and needed. So here I just go ahead and go face. Now, unfortunately for me, he is playing Servant of Disdain, which is actually very good versus Force because you basically just get to draw one pretty much for free. But here he does actually have the Force to Newt, which makes me very, very sad because like he should like logically speaking by mulligan, he probably shouldn't have had it, but he had it. Anyway, so here I have to go ahead and play up multiple fairies, and now I'm just like basically like, oh, please don't have another one. Please don't make me feel sad. If you make me feel sad, I'll be sad. Kappa, I don't know. Anyway, so here I just can make out these plays. I then go ahead and play out my Tia. Now you might be thinking, but Nandra, why would you play the Tia there? Like playing the Tia there is like doesn't make sense. But I decided to play it out there just because like I didn't know what he was going to play on his 4. Like I mean I figured he might play Ayla, but if he played Ayla, I wanted to be able to go ahead and evolve the Ayla. And then be able to have a creature that outplay around Warbreaker Dragoon. But here he actually plays out the Griffin Backguard, which is actually just a really big annoyance here because I can evolve over it, but I don't want to play my Tia here, especially not when I can get like a free Ariana. So I should just go ahead and make the play where I get the Ariana spell bomb, and I just go ahead and like sack the Ariana. Now this, mind you, this is a pretty bad play, but I felt like because he was playing Griffin Backguard, that I didn't really know what to expect, and I just wanted the damage now. Because next I can go ahead and go Water Fairy, I can go ahead and go Fairy, Ariana again into Axeman, into having just a billion damage in the back, like all effect damage. But here he plays a true Dragon Scat Hatcha. I'm like, what the hell? So I actually did get punished here by not playing up the Tia, but not playing up the Crystali Eve. But again, I like. You almost never see that card played, so in my mind, I'm just thinking, well, like, he's not gonna have it, but he had it, and that's tragic. Anyway, here we still have to go ahead and we still have to go for our Cristalio, for our Ariana play. Of course, we do in fact evolve the Ariana. Like, it's actually not that bad though. Like, I can't really complain that much. It's pretty solid. Now again, I'm really only evolving. I'm really only making these plays to get the cards, to get the Ivy's Bombs, because I have multiple Axemen. I literally have 2 Axemen in my hand, right? So that feels like really good. But here he plays Jerry. I'm like, and like, mind you, when he played the Griffin back guard, I suspected that there was a Jerry, but I didn't actually know. Or sorry, Mirror Bane. If you don't know his nickname is Jerry, because like again, like that's like the only like easily pronounceable part of his name. Anyway, so yeah, he plays Jerry here. Now, honestly speaking, if he had pre-evolved this Jerry, I lost. Straight up, I lost. If he pre-evolves Jerry, because then it becomes what is it? An 8/7. So I can't even kill it, because if he evolves trades here, then Jerry effect pings off this, and then he grows and becomes 8/7. That's like a problem for me. But thankfully he doesn't do it. He's like greedy, or doesn't understand like curves and things like that. So here I do actually get to play out my Axeman and go ahead and sack and then trade into him. Now I know some of you guys. Now I know the other play I could have done is I could have gone ahead and made some plays and gone like what's it, like Eve. What is it again? It's like Eve into like Lord, into like double like air, into like double like Ivy's Bomb, but like burns up my it burns up the remainder of my hand, and I therefore never get to win. But even then, winning from this spot is actually very hard. Like, it doesn't feel like it, but it is. So yeah, because here he plays a black Skilljack. I'm like, what the actual what? But here again, that's a choke on his part, because like the best play, honestly, is to play the ward. You have a 7/9 ward. How the fuck am I killing that? But he doesn't do it here. Like he's like, oh, I gotta get my damage. But again, like when you think about it, it literally would have been way higher HP, because you know I have 2 Ivy Spell Bombs, and it's also a ward, so you know I can't just go face somehow and still kill you. But I guess he just wasn't thinking about it, or maybe he just like wanted to blow up the fairy. But again, he was under Jerry effect anyway, right? So it was a pretty big throw on his part. It helps out immensely though. So we're gonna, we take those. We for sure take those. So here, we're just gonna go ahead and play the Eve, play the Insect Lord. Mind you, the order of this doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is basically that like that you get your things just going. And then of course we're gonna go ahead and drop the Young Elf Song. So now we have a 5/2 and a 2/2, and we finally get to play our Eve. It's not great. It's really not great, but it's a thing. So, but here he plays like Galm. Now Galm is actually crazy, because like he can't actually clear the board unless he had another ping, and even then he would have to like roll some dice. But unfortunately for me, he does have the creature to evolve. Now mind you, I felt like this part was a misplay on his part, sort of, because yeah, he gets the Galm and he gets like some damage, but now from this spot, with the way he did that, he can't ever win now unless he has exactly Ozzy the Haka, but rolling a unless he has either Zoe or the Ozzy the Haka. I'm sorry about that, but rolling a 2 in 27 is kind of suspect. Yeah, kind of suspect, especially when he hasn't drawn any cards at all. So right now I'm just like, oh well, if he has it, cool. I guess he got me, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have it. Anyway, so here we're going to drop down the Young Axeman, and I believe we go for Axeman Fairy. Yeah, we go for Axeman Fairy, just because like it's a lot of pressure. He goes down to what, 7? Yeah, he goes down to 7. And well, mind you, this is a slight choke on my end, because well, sort of it's a slight choke on my end, because like I actually do need him to play a creature now. I mean, I know he's going to play a creature, but it's actually really important that he plays the creature now, because as long as like one of these fairies survives, I can be able to kill him with the Ivy Spell Bomb and Axeman triggers. But it's hard. It's a struggle out here, it's a struggle. But here he plays the best possible creature, Jerva, which actually removes both my creatures. And honestly, Jerva Mirror Bane plus Jerva is actually crazy, because like as you see there, like he gets to clear 2 creatures, but the first thing that happens is the ping with the Jerry effect. So if I only have 1 creature there, he kills the creature, then I take 2, then I take 5 more, and he has a 7/7. That's wild. That's actually just wild. But thankfully, we are able to top deck and go ahead and get our win. This top deck had to happen, but mind you, I think there was like one. Oh yeah, there was like one other card I could have top decked that would have been fine. I could have also just top decked the. Well, I could have top decked a way to kill the Jerva, but I'm not sure. Yeah, there was one. In the Fairy Whisperer, Fairy Insect Lord. Yeah, Fairy Whisperer, Fairy. Yeah, Fairy Whisperer, Fairy Insect Lord. Ivy Spell Bomb, then Tia, and I get a 1/1, and I have at least I think it's like one card. And I have back in the top deck mode to top deck anything that can like kill him, but I have the board then, so it's like fine. Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and get our young kill here. That's great. I felt like this was like some deserved justice for the whole. Well, he actually had the force. He actually had the one of Force of Newt for the savagery. So let's go ahead and flex a little bit here. Mind you, as I was flexing, I didn't even like realize until after I had killed him that I actually did need this top deck. Otherwise, I lost. Yeah, we'll just get hit in the face here, and then boom, Bob's your uncle. The Axeman damage comes through. So the other thing is, I just want you guys to realize that like I also applied, how much was it? 4, 8, 10, 12, like 14 damage and burn damage of this game from both Axeman triggers and then also Ivy Spell Bombs. So that's kind of crazy, right? At least I think so. Alright, so we'll go ahead and go on to the next game. This game will be versus Portal. So I don't know why, but for whatever reason, I just happened to face a lot of Portal. This match was like really weird, honestly speaking. So, because typically most of these Portal players are gonna be playing Lashana. Lashana Portal is a very I guess I want to say difficult matchup, just because like they're actually playing way more puppets now. In order to like make the Lashana cost down go down a lot faster. So. Alright, so this game, I have a pretty decent hand. If I pick up like one drops, this hand becomes like great. But I don't pick them up. I'm just gonna toss them back anyway. I kept the Story Falconer just because Story Falconers I felt was like pretty good. So Of course, you gotta check the handy dandy mulligan. We see that he drew 2 cards. So we have to assume that the last card he kept was in fact Lashana. Because I don't know why, but like the majority of my opponents have actually like just like always had Lashana versus me, pretty much like as early as possible. I think with the exception of like one player. Anyway, so this game, really important thing. We actually pick up the Luxley Bale early. So as I said before in the intro to the building, like the earlier you pick this guy up, the better. Obviously speaking, like last game, we didn't draw him at all, but this game we have him early. We also have Axeman as well. We got some plays. Like we have plenty of gas. We have plenty of things to happen. Now, unfortunately for me, he did actually play the Miraculous Inventor and then grab the heal. The heal that you grabbed from this is actually so strong. I didn't even think it was like that strong, but no, it's actually strong. Now here, I don't want to say this was like necessarily a choke or anything like that, but I mean I guess it was technically speaking. But basically, I played up the Whisper as opposed to Story Falcon because I just didn't want to get sloped. Like that's unironically the reason. I just didn't want to get sloped. But technically speaking, playing this out was definitely the play. It's just a little bit better overall. But I also kind of knew that I was gonna hold these fairies, so I don't know. I'm not really sure what the play was. I'm guessing that the overall it's just better. It's just better for me just to play this out. But here he plays a Singer out to counter, and that's like fine. He makes the trade for me. Now, when he made the trade for me, I was like, oh, well, he for damn sure has a Lashana now. I'm like, okay, sure, that's fine. So here I go and play with the Story Falconer. Now, mind you, again, like I said before, if I played with the Story Falconer first, you would have needed to have removed that, and I'd be able to get a free kill. He still can't kill my guy, and I can safely play at my Whisper, and then have the Whisper just kind of sit there and then kill the Singer as well in addition. But I didn't do it, and I got punished for it a little bit because he actually played out Singer instead of like playing out something else. But that's fine, that happens. Now here he plays another Inventor. I'm like, okay, sure. So the Inventor cards are actually like crazy and actually super annoying. But here he actually plays that Servant of Destruction. He'll then blow up his Inventor card and then kill my guy for free. So I'm a little bit sad about that, but again, it all kind of like worked out in my favor, I guess, overall. Now here, unfortunately for me, I would like to be able to play Matera, but I can't because I have too many cards in my hand. I didn't know I was gonna draw Matera. If I knew I was gonna draw Matera, I would have like played it out differently. But unfortunately, that was not the case. So anyway, we go ahead and make our nice rain play. The rain play is actually like kind of shitty, to be honest, because like he gets rid of like almost the entirety of it for pretty much like peanuts. And again, we know for a fact he has Lashana in the hand. He's gonna go ahead and drop it here. I'm gonna be a little bit sad, but here he actually does not have. I'm like, hey, you know, that's nice. What he does get to play a card. He does get to play the Disciple? Yeah, Disciple Destruction to go ahead and draw 2 cards for it. Then he plays Wind Up. I'm like, wow, okay. So he plays a puppet here, so he'll be able to actually kill off my rain for free and not need to Evo. Like, so I was very, very surprised by this. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Unfortunate for me. Oh well, things happen. But on the bright side here, you know, in the back we have the young Bale coming in clutch, coming in through. So here I actually go ahead and play at the Water Fairy, and then I believe I play at the Ariana next. Nope, I should just play at the Matera. Now, honestly speaking, I'm pretty sure actually the Matera is actually just a mistake. The reason why the Matera is a mistake is because like right. So if I go Water Fairy then play Ariana here, I get the 1-mana Spell Bomb. Next turn I can go ahead and play Matera, Spell Bomb, plus Lux Slave into Axeman, into Sky Stride. That's ridiculous. That's a lot of deeps coming through. So yeah, so this is just like bad sequencing on my part. But again, like, what can you do? I'm clearly not a Force player, Kappa. Anyway, so here we're just gonna go face for 1, draw a card. Yeah, but again, basically, I just really don't like that play because like it invites in Basil, it invites in like all this other like it invites in like so many like unpleasant things. But here he plays his next invention. He went for the hazardous invention. That was a misplay on his end. The reason why that's a misplay is because honestly, I'm pretty sure like Miraculous is just always better because like you get more bang for your buck basically. Anyway, so this turn I have another opportunity to like go in and whatnot. So I'm just gonna take it. Like it's actually like so good for me here. So there are 2 ways to do this. One way is to use your Sky Stride, trade your fairy in, then buff the Sky Stride. Technically, I think you do about the same amount of damage. But like I don't really like that because then your hand just like gets like flooded. And you can't ever like get rid of it. So instead, I believe I go for the Fairy Whisperer play. Yeah, let's go for Fairy Whisperer, and I just go Fairy Whisperer, Fairy, then play Elf Song. I go up to how many cards is it? 8 cards. I go up to 8 cards. I'll overdrop if he kills the Water Fairy. But honestly speaking, I should have just like gone face with it all, honestly. But like I don't know. I just kind of pussed out. But here he plays Destructive Refrain. I'm like, wow, that's a great Destructive Refrain. So it's turn 7. He thankfully hasn't drawn his Lashana thing yet. But now my Lux Slave is actually now at 0. So that's crazy. So pause for a second. So right here, you see that I have a billion damage. I have so much goddamn damage. Alright, so next turn, I go Axeman. The turn after that, I go Axeman, Fairy, Bale. That's 4 damage there. Turn after that, I go Fairy, Fairy, Sky Stride, Ariana. Or hell, even just Fairy, Ariana, Spell Bomb, for another like 6 damage. Turn after that, if I draw Airbound, I can go Fairy, Sky Stride, hit face, Airbound, hit face again, 8 more damage. So I literally have like big damage. Oh, also I still have my last evolve point too. What? So this can be like pretty nutty. So I do actually mill the Crystalia Tia there, which is actually tragic because that's actually like it actually would have been like really good to have here. Just because like again I can play out multiple cards, but mind you, I also don't technically need it because I should have enough damage to get through here because he did actually take this instead of the thing. But here he plays out Lashana. I'm like, okay, sure. Now he does evolve the Lashana, and like right now, I actually kind of like forgot how many puppets he had in hand. I felt like he like only had like 1 or 2. But when he starts sacking puppets, I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, all right, yep, sub, cool. All right, so now this turn's like it's again like it's a really crazy turn. I literally just get to go Axeman. I can play the Water Fairy now too if I like. I don't think I'm gonna get Basil. Like at this point, it doesn't even matter if I get Basil. Like it just doesn't matter. Like I just have so much scoring from here. So again, just gonna go ahead and do that. Then go ahead and play at the Bale. Yep. And I casually takes 4 damage. Like before, it'd be on turn 9 he would start taking a lot of damage. No. You take that damage now, buddy. You take that damage now. Yeah, so here he starts sacking some puppets. That's cool. He then plays Destruction in white here. This is actually a mistake. Typically speaking, when you're playing the deck, you never ever want to go full in on your Destruction in white, unless you're also clearing the board at the same time. Now, mind you, in this particular situation, he will be able to do that, but I still didn't like it because you're not actually like applying any pressure to me in the process, which you do need to be able to do that, because like I've played 2 Axemen. 2 Axemen out heals your 2 healing per turn. Even also, you know, factoring in the miraculous invention or whatnot. Now, mind you, if you have the second miraculous invention, then yeah, you know, he could go ahead and do that because he'd be healing for 7, or sorry, he'd be healing for 8 next turn, and 8 is more than 4, but he did not. So, all right, so here he does mess up, in my opinion. Okay, yeah. So it's like he sacks the puppets, right? But honestly speaking, I mean, honestly and truly and utterly speaking, the better play, in my honest opinion, was to actually give me your last evolve. Give me your last evolve if you're going to make that play. I've played 2 Axemen. I literally played 2 Axemen. I have a creature in play, and I have an Evo, and I have like 6 cards in hand. So you know for a fact that if I want to, I can trigger Axemen twice. I can trigger Axemen twice over the next couple of turns. And God help you, you know, if I have some unit that has like Storm or something like that, right? Because then, you know, a lot of damage comes through. But he doesn't do it. I'm like, okay, like, hopefully you don't regret this, buddy. So here I just gonna play a fairy. I then go ahead and play Ariana. I like this play the most just because, like, again, it's a lot of pressure. It's really difficult for him to get rid of it. Like, he has to have he has to have Destructive Refrain in order to have a chance. Now here I actually do get enough ball for face. The ball face, like, I mean, it didn't have to happen here technically, but I just like it. Just like it feels so good, right? Like, and here he's just, you know, taking 4 damage there. Mind you, so far he's already taken 8 damage from Axeman triggers, and that's, you know, again, this is literally just turn 9. This turn 9, so you know it only gets worse. It only gets more powerful. Now here he plays out a copy of Junk. Then he plays a puppet. He makes a trade. And like, okay, sure. Oh, this next part's also important. Alright, so one, the playing out the Junk was a costly mistake because that actually just meant that he died here. The reason why he dies here is because, right, so he goes up to 9, right? He goes up to 9. I then would drop him right on back down to 1. I drop him right on back down to 1. He didn't take the healing from here. If he took the healing from here, he'd be at 12. Then would go back down to then would be at 4. Then go back up to 6, and then he would have to like not play a creature in order to win. Or sorry, he would have to both not play a creature and then also have me not draw another Axeman in order to win. But again, he didn't do it because again I don't know, he's like not paying attention, and I maybe like not realizing how this matchup works. I'm not really sure. Yeah, because like if he only had 1 creature, right, I can only use 1 Ivy Spellbomb, but I can use both Ivy Spellbombs here, so you're just very dead. I mean, of course, he also couldn't clear it either, but that's still, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like he basically just like died. He basically just like pop like a balloon here. Because here he takes 2, then 4, then 6, then 4 more. So yeah, he just took so much in effect damage. I didn't even have to use the Falcon. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, so basically he just like lost here. Again, this part, the hazardous dimension is just a bait. Never take it. It doesn't do anything. Like, just take the heal. The heal might seem superfluous, but like it matters. Like, it just matters so much. But yeah, so that's the second game. Let me try to see if I can fit in a third game. This game will actually be like super short. This game's more like a kind of like highlight reel sort of thing. Okay, so I'm versus Rune. Basically versus Rune. It's either gonna be Mysteria or Spell Beast, but most times it's gonna be like Mysteria. For the Mysteria variants, there are like a few different variants. I haven't really seen all of them get played, but I do know of them. You're pretty favored versus Forest, I feel like, or sorry, versus Rune. I'm sorry. Alright, so I'm going second. Going second sucks, but that's like fine. It's whatever. I have my handy dandy Axeman. Now I did want to keep this, but I decided not to. I actually just kept the Matera instead, because I figured I was going to like name Matera because like the the scariest version of Mysteria, I think, is the one that plays a lot of like overstated units before they can play Mysteria. So like for example, they play Vesper, they play the 3 and a 3/3, so on and so forth. No, okay, so this turn is actually very important. All right, so I have the fairy circle, right? I don't play the fairy circle. You don't play the fairy circle here because you have two water fairies and a Matera, and you're going second. You're going to overdrive if you play that circle, like unless you just like draw immaculately and you like somehow like just draw your second circle or something like that, or you somehow like don't need to like play anything else out. Now here I draw the elf, so I'm like, oh my god, this is about to get ham. This is about to get real. So he misses his turn 2, right? He misses his turn 2, but plays an insight. So I'm pretty sure he spelled Bashroon. I'm like, okay, sure, let's go. Now here I go ahead and set up for the young elf song. I choose to go ahead and play out Whisper and then play out Fairy. You do it this way, so this way you have the most possible creatures. If you don't get if he doesn't play Nova Flare, for you to just like win. Now here he plays Insight, then he gives me Wind Blast. Now giving the Wind Blast here is actually very good for me, because that's a Wind Blast he would like to use on a creature. They just like can't use on a creature now. So here I'm just gonna go, Fairy, Elf Song, Evo Face. Let's go. Take that young 6 damage. Like let me get my snowball. Don't let me get in my zone. Don't let me get in my zone. But I'm already here. We already hit him for a lot of damage. All the chip damage they get before you can play Accident, all of that matters. Cause now he's just hella far in the back. I have Matera in the back too. But like here he has to have another. He basically has to have another. You basically would need to have like another like Wind Blast basically to be fine. No Wind Blast, you just lose. Yeah, and then he just makes a crash and then realizes like he like fucked up and then he just like concedes. Now mind you, so I had 8 damage in play there. Yeah, if I was playing Leaf Man, he was actually just dead right there. But I haven't really been like feeling Leaf Man, so I just didn't put it in there. I mean, you can actually put it in there as a one-off. You can actually like cut the Singer for like a copy of Leaf Man, and that'd be like pretty solid. But I haven't really been feeling it, so bam. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you guys enjoyed the video. Every like, every subscribe, every like, follow, whatever, all the stuff matters. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you.